Just kidding. I thought I had taken that whole video without hitting play, which would have been really fucking stupid. But I didn't. I actually recorded it, so you've seen it now. What I was saying there before I went full retard, watching my son grow up has been really cool. Like, just the last couple weeks, he went from not being able to pick stuff up, like, with any sort of accuracy, just kind of smashing his hands around, and to picking up a Cheerios, individually and putting them in his mouth, and makes the silliest faces when he does it. And his hair's growing, and it looks like his mother's hair when she was a kid, which was like strawberry blonde and curly, but later turned completely dark black. So I think he's going to have really dark hair, probably really thick hair like his mom, which is great. He won't have to deal with this. But he does have my hairline, so who knows? He could have both. But it looks like it's going to be fairly curly, which is really cute. And he's just overall, like, he's becoming more of a crabby brat in some areas, but more just a grown-up boy in other areas, like much more self-sufficient, yet will be whiny and crybaby if he wants his mom and stuff like that, where he didn't do that before. He would just kind of, like, I don't know, whimper if he needed something, but now he's more like, if he sees his mother, he's like, holy shit, I want my mom. But he's also in daycare, and that's going really well. Only one day a week, but he's playing with everybody and getting along, and just a good kid. So yeah, I want to be as healthy as possible for him. Excuse me. Hold on. Yummy. I want to be as healthy as possible, and not completely. I mean, my dad died when he was 57, so Julian would be, I can't do math, 22, which I was 27 when my dad died, so he would be even younger if I died at the same age, which tons of people on that side of the family died at 57 of all the same things, so at least I know what to look for. Anyway, we're getting close now. No, I lied, we're still a half hour away, about an hour and a half drive. Making more of a commitment to get to as many shows as I can and events as I can, not just to spread my business's word, but I want to have I want to give more of a rounded view of local competition for my clients that want to compete. I want them to see, what the quality level is like and what's expected of them. I posted up that the realities of competition, featuring Beachy, who in my opinion should be competing, going forward, even though he's 45, but I think, he looks at it and says, where am I driving towards, and what am I going to accomplish when I get there? And the truth of the matter is, you get a pro card as a Masters National, and as a middleweight, you don't ever do anything with that, really. He's not going to be a personal trainer. I think he's a financial analyst or something of that ilk. I don't know exactly what he does, but I know that he's got a very successful career. So he's not going to be doing it to make money. It's going to cost him money to do it. And so you come to that crossroads where you say, well, what am I doing with my hobby? Am I just trying to, when you're an amateur, it's like you're driving for a goal. I could become a pro, or you win that ultimate show and you become a pro. And then it's like, the fuck am I going to do with this? I mean, it's almost like I wish I didn't win. I wish I could just be second and keep going for it over and over again. Unless you're like an elite athlete and you're young enough to pursue the IFBB at a higher level. But even then, like, who would you want to be in the IFBB other than a tier A guy winning shows? Like, a Victor Martinez type or one of those guys. Like, I wouldn't even want to be. I guess John De La Rosa would be a bad example, but like Antoine Vaillant, I would. He has a good position. He's young, marketable. He's going to make a career whether he wins shows or he doesn't. He's going to make a career based on his look and his attitude and his videos, and he's fun. He's going to do pretty well. Already has. But then there's like, who else do you want to be? You want to be Rami? I'm sure plenty of people do. But I don't know how long that's sustainable. You know, you want to be either like the top of the sport, and then you're like if you're, I guess the guy to be is Dexter Jackson. You can compete for 20 years, use probably very little diuretics. I mean, I'm sure he uses enough, but compared to some of the other guys, probably not even touching what some of the bigger guys have to do. Consistent, winning, making money, can compete 89 times a year and win. I mean, that's like the model. Like that would be the guy that you look at and say, all right, I mean, I want to be Dexter Jackson, but how many Dexter Jacksons are there? One in every forever. So, you know, you either want to make your mark on the sport by being, I guess you would be like Rami, like being the craziest, freakiest, craziest, biggest dude out there. And, you know, you were known for it, and that was it. Even if it's for 2 years and you're gone, that'd be pretty cool. Like, you could probably make money forever off of that. Or you want to be marketable, successful, roll it into a supplement line or being that type of thing. But, I mean, that's so rare. Look how rare it is. For me, like, I'd want to be like Flex Lewis because, you know, we're roughly the same height. But he's one of a kind, too. I don't think he'll ever lose again in that division. And I don't think he should even be in that division. I think he should move up. But, I don't know. I guess the point is like if you're competing as an amateur and you get to that level where you beat everybody who's an amateur in your division. Like, look at Darren Glenn. Darren Glenn was awesome last year. Won as a light heavyweight. Ain't the 90s anymore. He came into the 212, got smashed. Smashed to bits. What did he end up in, like 12th or something? Like, I don't know, like, what do you do now? He went through all that work to become a pro, and now, like, he has serious improvements to do. Brandon Ray. What does Brandon Ray do now? He's been, like, when is he gonna win a show? He's been like the guy who's supposed to win the show for 6 years now. I don't know. Like, I guess what I'm getting at is, like, once you get to a certain level of development, you're either elite or not, and then you're right there. You're sub-elite. You're right under that level, and that's a really bad place to be. It costs too much. It's not healthy, and it doesn't reward you with very much. Unless you are smart enough to roll it into some sort of a career. Like, there's a million ways to do it. Personal training, gurus, running a tanning place, running, supplement stores that are really well run, clothing lines, anything like that, like stuff that's related. Definitely, if you can roll your IFBB Pro card or top NBC amateur contestant into, getting people to hire you for whatever it is over somebody else, maybe like myself, then then it's a fortuitous change. Like, suddenly, if you're if you're able to make a completely nice living off of it, there you go. Like Andreas Kaling has done with his clothing, and Gary Stridham has done with his wigs. I meant clothing, and who knows what else Gary Stridham does, but he's pretty awesome and weird and rich. So, anyway, that's how I feel about the realities of competition. I continue to do it because I'm really stubborn, and I'm still improving, and I want to win. But I don't even know what I'm trying to win. Like, it's not important. When I win, I'm going to be like, yay, I won. Whereas, somebody like James Esquire wins, and it's like, whoop-de-doo, next level, here we go. Because he has that opportunity to climb those levels. So, anywho, I am getting close now. I'm going to get these 2 videos up. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Any questions you guys want to ask them, please. Send them in through the forums, PM them to me, whatever, and I'll answer as many as I can. I'd really like to know what's on the minds of everybody out there. Like, I don't even care. Like, you want to ask me what the best places in Boston to eat are, or where to stay, or what's my favorite Snuggie. I don't care. Ask me whatever you want, bodybuilding related or not, and I'll answer it. All right? Peace out, guys.